Good morning and welcome. I am Zia Anderson, a member of the board at the Unitarian Universalist Church in Reston. Whether you are here on Zoom or here in the church sanctuary, we are so glad that you are with us this morning. No matter how old or young you are, wherever you are on your spiritual journey, however you identify and whomever you love, know that you are welcome here. We have a very important announcement from Judy Polizzotti about this Christmas tree. I would like to invite her to come and talk about it.
Thank you, Zia, and good morning, everyone. I am excited to be here this morning to talk about cornerstones. If you may not know that I'm on the board of Cornerstones representing our church, and we have an effort every year which is called Gifts for Kids. And what it is we give gift cards to children, and Cornerstones actually gives us the names of particular children that they've chosen that are in need. And so we take a tag from you might have noticed, it is a little tree, but it is significant because it has gift tags on it. And each tag has the name of a child and a particular number and the store that they'd like the gift card from. So what we're going to do after service is those of you, and I want to thank those of you who take a tag for a child, because it's something that they really appreciate and need. So I'll be there. I'm going to record who you are and what child that you selected and so on, and I'm going to give you an envelope so that you can return them, because by December 3rd, I need all of the gift cards back. And by the way, I should have mentioned, it also includes the amount on the tag. So they're in $25 or $50 increments. So I want to thank you all again, and I'll give you an envelope for you to return the card, and you can return it either to the office if you're here for some reason in the little mail slot, or you can give them to me on a Sunday. I need them all back by December 3rd, and I'm going to bring them all to Cornerstones from us on December 6th. So thank you again for your generosity, and I'm excited to do this.
I have a few more announcements this morning. The United Christian Parish is holding an interfaith Thanksgiving service this Tuesday, November 21st at 7:30 p.m. Join Reverend Aileen to celebrate Thanksgiving with our interfaith neighbors. Also, the Alternative Gift Market is coming up. It's not only an opportunity to make charitable donations as gifts, but it is also a great time to shop for unique handcrafted items. Jewelry, bags, baskets, holiday decorations, and wooden bowls from Amelia, Africa. Visit their table at the Alternative Gift Market on Saturday, December 2nd from 10 to 2, right here in the sanctuary. And remember, the online Alternative Gift Market kicks off on November 24th, also known as Black Friday. Mark your calendar. Now, let us center ourselves for worship. Please take some deep, quieting breaths with me. Let us enter our time of worship together as we enjoy this morning's prelude.
A day of gratitude. Grateful for this waking this special day after a good night's sleep. Grateful for the celebrations that memory allows me to keep. Grateful for this time of silent peace. Grateful beyond all words after echoes cease. Grateful for deliverance from grief's private hell. Grateful beyond what a human voice can tell. Grateful for the wonder of human love. Grateful for the mysterious guidance from above. Grateful for life. Grateful for rebirth. Grateful forever for how loved ones enrich my life on this earth.
Our opening hymn this morning is number 402, From You I Receive, and the words are on the second page of your order of service. We are going to do some very simple hand motions with this song, so I'm just going to show them to you quickly. From you I receive, and we're going to make this motion, receive. Maybe you can put the music in your lap, so you can use two hands. And then to you I give. Together we share, and from this we live. We're going to sing this 4 times since it's a very short meditation. The third time through, I would like us to just ooh and do the motions. Okay, here we go.
Together we share, and from thee
we're going right on to our covenant this morning. So here at UUCR, we have a tradition of singing our covenant together every Sunday. Love is the spirit of this church. And the words are in your order of service and also on the screen. And if you are at home on Zoom, please sing along. We will remain seated to sing our covenant. And if you are visiting us today for the first time, we hope you will accept this song as our blessing to you.
Now is the time for all ages. So if you're feeling young of body or young of spirit, and if you'd like to sit on the floor, there's room up here. And welcome, whether you're online or here in the sanctuary, welcome. Today, our time for all ages is based on the gift of gratitude from the November Soul Matters packet by Katie Covey. And we have a couple of boxes up here, and I'm going to ask Zia if you could help with this. Maybe you can hold those. And can we find someone to open the first box? Let's see, how about Clara? Just grab the end of the ribbon, open it up, and see what's inside. Okay, I see a note. Do you want to read that or want me to?
Things I don't have.
Wow, things I don't have. How sad to have the only gift be a reminder of the things you don't have. That's called scarcity thinking. Thinking about all the things that you don't have, that you wish you had, and if you think like that, you don't think there's enough to go around. You don't want to share. You might not want to play with other people. And you might just want to do nothing but keep everything all to yourself. Does that sound like fun? Does it sound like fun? Oh, we have another box. And let's see, Daniel, would you like to open that one? Okay, what is inside that? And would you like to read the note first?
All the things I have and I'm grateful for.
Oh, all the things. What else do you see? Oh, can you hold that up so everyone can see it? It's a beautiful sunset. Now what else? A rock? Ah, nice. Okay. What else? Oh, a leaf, because we're thankful for trees. Yes, they're very helpful. What else do we have? Oh, that looks like yummy food, doesn't it? And a butterfly and flowers. Wow. How does that feel to think about all the things around us that we have that we might be grateful for? Does that feel good? Yes? That is called thinking about abundance, thinking about all the things that we're grateful for and realizing that we can share, that we can play with other people, and thinking about abundance, we can be generous and grateful. I think we have some people who would like to share about what they are grateful for or about generosity. And Grace, would you like to start? Okay, if you could stand up, come up here and stand up so everyone can see you.
Singing in children's choir is a gift because music makes people happy.
Thank you, Grace. And how about you, Vivian? Would you like to share? Okay. And we might have some photos to go along.
I'm grateful for birds.
Would you like me to help? Okay. So you tell me when you want to stop talk, okay? You said, I'm grateful for birds.
I like their singing.
In RE, we made birdhouses. You want to say the next one?
I like making birdhouses so the birds will have a home.
Okay, and what did you think about making the birdhouses?
It was fun.
Well, thank you so much, Vivian. And today we are going to celebrate generosity and gratitude. There'll be photos that people have shared and more reflections today. I hope you will share with one another about generosity and gratitude after the service. And if you like, I have a game that will play somewhere around here, and it's good for all ages and would help us share. So now, the children's choir is going to share the gift of music. And if you're in children's choir, please stay up here and help me put things away in the boxes. And you can take your seats if you're not singing with the choir. Okay, thank you so much.
Now is the time in our service when we share our joys and concerns so that no one ever has to hold them alone. If you are joining us remotely this morning, you may wish to light a real or virtual candle. As members of the in-person congregation here at UCR, place stones in the sanctuary. If you are at home and you would like to share what is in your heart, you can add your joy or sorrow to the congregational chat. Please write to all attendees, and please remember what you share is public. Those at home may then read others' joys and concerns shared in the chat and enter into your own time of reflection and prayer as we listen to Diane play our meditation music. And I invite those in the sanctuary to come forward and place stones. Meditation. Spirit of life and love that so faithfully animates our creation, we are grateful for this community that is with us in both times of joy and sorrow. We hold in our hearts this morning all who are facing hardship or difficulty, and I'd like to hold Carolyn Ewart, who's recovering from surgery. She would love cards. those who are grieving or facing illness or disability in themselves or friends or loved ones. In particular, this morning, we hold in our hearts and prayers the Israeli and Palestinian people for peace. For them, we light this candle. Now, please take a moment of silence.
As a self-funded church, UUCR relies on the generosity of its members and friends to fund daily operations and to ensure that the church and its resources are here for us and others, now and in the future. Pledges support our worship and music programs, our religious education program, programs for members and friends, community outreach, and connections to Unitarian Universalism. We now invite you to support the work of UU Reston by making your donation to the collection plate, if you are here in the sanctuary or at the link on the slide and in the chat box. Thank you for your generosity and support of our beloved spiritual home. Also, because of the arrangement of the seating, make sure you're passing the basket all the way around so that it reaches the other side of the sanctuary. Thank you.
Our family has this tradition at Thanksgiving. My older sister, the matriarch of our family, always holds Thanksgiving at her house. Communal cooking and preparation take much of the day as we time all of the pieces to be done at the same time. Once we are seated around the dinner table, which now includes significant others and spouses of our children, grandchildren, an additional table, my sister goes around, formerly with a video camera and now with her phone, to ask everyone what they are thankful for over the past year. Sometimes the answers are funny, sometimes sweet, but mostly touching, as at least one person says, "I am thankful that we can all be together again this year." It is the one holiday which no one in the family ever tries to miss. There is this concept in creativity and art known as the muse. The muse was believed to inspire the artists. Another name for the muse was genius. In other words, the artists themselves were not a genius. Rather, they had a genius or a muse who helped them, gave them the inspiration or idea to begin a piece of art. And this inspiration was considered a gift of the muse or genius. The artist would then share their finished pieces, poetry, sculpture, paintings, beyond themselves as a gesture of gratitude toward the muse. The idea being, as they let go of one piece, there would then be space for more inspiration and more art. Wrote Lewis Hyde in his book, The Gift, "As long as the gift is not withheld, the creative spirit will remain a stranger to the economics of scarcity. To have painted a painting does not empty a vessel out of which paintings come. On the contrary, it is the talent which is not in use that is lost or atrophies. To bestow one of our creations is the surest way to invoke the next." That is, it is the act of giving that guarantees the well of creativity remains full. That is, generosity and the attendant gratitude ensure a continuation of abundance. And communities were also said to have a genius. That is, that creative spirit within the community itself that kept abundance, both creative and material, alive and flowing. This morning, we see that among those who will share freely of their gifts and have already, Joyce shared her poem that she wrote for the chalice lighting. And there were others we saw in the music in the form of poetry and creative arts. We saw the gift of birdhouses from the children, the practice and performance of their choir piece, the individual performance of music, which we'll soon see, of the recitation of poetry, of the sharing of visual and creative art. The well of creativity spilled forth for us that we may receive generously and with appreciation. So our first poet this morning, Michael.
I wrote this poem last year at Thanksgiving. I am thankful for the incredibly unlikely fact of being alive for a brief time on Earth. My children and grandchildren who will travel far into the future carrying a little part of me. My mum and dad for deciding to have number 3 and who nurtured me. That they found each other at a wedding, made a date, fell in love and quickly married. My 4 grandparents who gave them life. Our 8, 16, 32, 64, 128, 256 ancestors who survived long enough to have children. All my ancestors in the year AD 1000 and 10,000 years ago who had children and kept them alive long enough to have children. The primates who came down from the trees walked upright and left their African homeland. The small mammals that sheltered to survive when that asteroid crashed and wiped out the large dinosaurs, and then they evolved to elephants and whales and lions and rabbits and cats and primates, while the small dinosaurs survived and evolved to birds. Thank you. The first single cells that stuck together for their mutual benefit and started evolution. The first complex molecule that made a copy of itself, or somehow became the ancestor of all life on Earth, including you and me and 4 o'clock tea, and we have homes and food and warm clothes and families and friends and are safe. So here we are. Thank you for everything.
And now Alan is going to come up and share a piece with us.
Probably fine. Hi, everybody. I'm going to do a song that was written by Steve Seskin and Alan Shamlin. You may have heard about this because if you've ever heard of Peter, Paul, and Mary, Peter Yarrow discovered this song and convinced them to let him perform it, and he performed it, as did Peter, Paul, and Mary as a group. It's called Don't Laugh at Me. I have one rule about performing it, and I've done it a few times. I am not doing this alone. So you're going to sing with me. There is a chorus, and I'll teach that to you, and I'm expecting that you will sing with me, including the children, because it's not hard to do. And here's how it goes. Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. All right, can we do that together? Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. I'm a little boy with glasses, one they call the geek. A girl who never smiles, so I have braces on my teeth. And I know how it feels to cry myself to sleep. I'm that kid on every playground who's always chosen last. A single teenage mother trying to overcome my past. You don't have to be my friend, but is it too much to ask? Your part, don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. I'm the beggar on the corner. You passed me on the street, and I wouldn't be out here begging if I had enough to eat. And don't think I don't notice that our eyes never meet. Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. I'm fat, I'm thin, I'm short, I'm tall, I'm deaf, I'm blind. Hey, aren't we all? Don't laugh at me, don't call me names, call me names. Don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Don't call me names. Don't get your pleasure from my pain. In God's eyes, we're all the same. Someday we'll all have perfect wings. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me. Just one thing before I sit down again. I have a couple of friends here from Arbor Terrace, where I live in Herndon, and I perform every couple months there, and I do a number of songs. I tend to do this a lot, and one of the things I've noticed is that these are folks who all have their own burdens in life they carry, physical or other. You know, we're not youngsters there. And so we have our own issues that absorb us, but I play this, and when I stop, I hear sniffling from the audience. Music moves people, and we should never forget that our ability to touch other people with things that are important is always of value. So I appreciate our visitors, but I also appreciate you for singing along. Thank you.
And finally, Cecile Batchelor has sent us a video because she can't come on Sunday. She watches us on Zoom. And she's going to be talking about what the things that she creates.
Hello, my name is Cecile Batchelor. Hello, my name is Cecile Batchelor, and my husband, Gene Remmer. Hello, my name is Cecile Batchelor, and my husband, Gene Remmers, and I live here in Ashburn, Virginia. Welcome to our home. I was very pleased when Linda Weaver asked me to say a few words about generosity and gratitude. They are my philosophies of living. I believe that when people have talent, they should exercise it and share it with as many people as they can. As a result, I have been making things for our church for years, probably 2 decades now. I've always been very interested in the worship aesthetic, as that is my ministry to our church. So I was asked to show you some of my work. Some of it that I will show you, I only have 4, 5, 6 things to share. Some of it I have made for competition. Other things I've made for UUCR. So here comes the first one. This small quilt was a part of a challenge. It was Swirl Mania, and we were supposed to have as many swirls as we wanted in our piece. This particular piece is all about the Fibonacci series. As a mathematician, I was always fascinated when I learned about it. I was fascinated when you could inscribe into all these squares these beautiful curves. And this spiral quilt is called a pale blue dot. I thought of our earth as the pale blue dot, like Carl Sagan called it, and that's this piece. So it's been my practice to make a banner for every campaign every year when we do our fundraising. This particular quilt is called Lighting the Fire of Commitment, as that was our theme for that year. I used a hand-painted batik in the background, and this can be considered a mixed media piece because the letters are paper and everything else is cloth. Another one of my pieces is this one, A Time to Invest in Ourselves. And this was the theme of our fundraising campaign the year we were in transition before we called Reverend Deborah to serve us. So it's about growth, and I just love the way the little leaf people on the bottom grow. And this last piece is probably one of my favorites I've ever done. It's had different words on it over time because these particular words are just vinyl and I take them off and put something new on. But this one is Our Beloved Spiritual Home. That's what this one says, and it has said other things in the past. But I love the fact that it's all about unity, and together we can do more than singularly by ourselves. So all of the things I make for you, you see, I give to the church. The church doesn't pay me to do it. They don't pay for any of the materials. They are my gift to you. Because I think if I share my art and my talent with the people I love in our beloved spiritual home, they're made for everyone's enjoyment. And I hope that for all of you, they help to enhance the worship experience, because that's what they're for. So in these days when there's so much hatred, vitriol, war, atrocity in the world, how do we fight back on all that stuff? And I say it's by giving and being generous with everyone you come in contact with. You can't do much for the people in Ukraine or the people in Gaza and Israel, but you can be generous and kind and giving to everyone in your sphere of influence. And on these days, this time of the year, as we gather and give thanks, let our generosity and our gratitude be part of everyday life. Thank you.
Thank you, Joyce and Helen, for your poetry. Joyce and Michael for your poetry, for Alan for your music, and Cecile for her extraordinary creations that she shares with us. She did all the stuff in front here, as well as she hung that on Friday for us also. When I gather with my family, the abundance shared is not just the abundance of food. It is in the love that goes into the preparation. It is the abundance year after year of presence. So too with religious communities, we don't often acknowledge the fact that just showing up in person or virtually is a gift to the whole community. So for the generous act of just being present, we give thanks. I give thanks for the gift of all of you. Have a happy and safe Thanksgiving. Cherish and appreciate each other so the gift of presence and abundance keeps turning in an ever-revolving cycle of gratitude. Amen, and blessed be.
closing hymn is number 349, We Gather Together. Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing.
Our benediction this morning is by Gwen Matthews. Today, we're thankful for you and what you bring to the church. Your spirit, talent, generosity, imagination, and dedication reaffirm our fellowship and create our beloved community. Our heartfelt thanks to you on this day and for all the days to come. For those who embrace Thanksgiving as a day to honor the gifts of family, friendship, abundance, security, we celebrate with you and join our voices to hold aloft all our sacred blessings. For those who hold Thanksgiving as a day of sadness, who mourn for the hurt and loss, who are lonely, who grieve the loss of those dear and beloved, who hold your heartache and sorrow, so you do not have to carry the burden alone. Blessings upon all of you.
We now extinguish this flame, but not the light of hope and truth, the warmth of community, nor the fire of commitment. These we carry forth in our hearts until we are together again.
We invite our congregants to join us for coffee or tea and fellowship. The coffee will be over there today instead of where it traditionally is. Those attending worship on Zoom can join us for our virtual Greet Your Neighbor coffee hour to discuss the service theme and enjoy fellowship with other congregants. The link is in the chat box and will be on a forthcoming slide. We hope you will use the chat box as a virtual receiving line to leave a message about your appreciation for the worship service. Also, I have some reminders. Please visit the holiday tree to support the Holiday Gifts for Kids program and the children in our community. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, the Scandinavian dinner is going to be on December 9th, and be sure to sign up with Julia Norrgard. Please join us for our postlude, and have a great Sunday.
Our postlude is hymn number 1010, We Give Thanks, in the teal hymnal. If you're going to use the teal hymnal, please note that we have added a verse that is not in the hymnal, and this verse is in your order of service words. So please rise in body or spirit, and let's sing together. Oh,